I'm Edie Lush. I'm here at Hub Culture in the studio, Davos 2025, and very pleased to have been partnering with XBTO all of this Davos. Thank you for your friendship, for your partnership.
Thank you for having us here.
Absolutely. So I'm here with Karl Naim. He is the global head of business development and head of the Middle East for XBTO. Tell us, first of all, what does XBTO do?
In a nutshell, XBTO is a digital asset platform for institutions and qualified investors. It started in 2015, so we've been around for 10 years, which is a very long time in digital assets. It started as a prop shop family office for our founders who came from the hedge fund world and got into crypto very early on. Good for them. And
Especially now.
Especially now. And in 2023, we took the decision to actually start being client-facing and helping institutions that want to get into crypto facilitate their journey into that, kind of rocky world.
So it's been I don't know if we still use the term crypto desert, but it hasn't been great until sometime last year, and then we've had a real bull market. Where do you think the market is going next year?
So it wasn't great, I guess. Where there's no regulatory framework and clarity, it's not easy for us to operate. However, we've been operated out of Bermuda and regulated out of Bermuda since 2019, one of the first regulatory framework around virtual assets. We've received an in-principle approval for a license out of Abu Dhabi, where we opened an office last year. So we've always taken a regulatory first approach. Unfortunately, the US, as we know, for the past 4 years, were very against crypto at all levels. And now with the election of President Trump end of last year, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be a straight line. We do expect it's going to be quite rocky between promises done and what's going to actually be done. Now, there were some interesting developments over the weekend. We discussed about them earlier with those meme coins coming out.
The Trump
for
meme
Trump
coins.
and Melania.
Yeah.
The way we look at it, the digital assets are here to stay, and we're seeing that from the conversations we have with institutional clients, family offices. We just got back from St. Moritz at the CFC conference. And conversations used to be on the fringe for digital assets. Now they're at the center of every conversation when we talk about portfolio allocation and diversification. So we are bullish, obviously, for 2025. We've always liked Bitcoin. Solana seems to be the altcoin to own this year. And the more regulatory clarity there is for us, the better everyone is going to be, and also more importantly, the investors will also be protected.
So I wonder, when you're talking to clients, new clients, existing clients, what percentage of their portfolio do you advise them to have in digital assets?
Digital assets still remain a very volatile asset class, right? It's a great diversifier because it has low correlation to other asset classes. The way we look at it, and with institutional, we say it's between 1% to 5%. Now you've got the digital assets crypto maxis that have all of their allocation in crypto. That's not something we recommend, especially for institutional and qualified investors. So we say it's between 1% to 5%. And then at the end of the day, you can either access them through an ETF, which is a passive allocation, or you can engage with active managers like ourselves to help you reduce the volatility and hopefully increase your returns.
Tell me a little bit about what you think about the relationship between more traditional finance, traditional investment, and the crypto world.
Well, the divergences are slowly, thinning. I mean, it's getting closer and closer. And again, talking about experience, the past week we were in Geneva and Zurich organizing some educational workshops around digital assets. The average age in that room was above 60 of those really, traditional investors, family office, multifamily office. And when you speak to them in traditional finance term, they get it. When you speak about the technology behind Bitcoin or the blockchain, that's where you start losing them. So it's really about...
Does that matter?
It does in some ways for those who believe in the technology and see it. I mean, again, Bitcoin, 21 million coins will ever be minted, not more. So it's a supply-demand play. So it does matter to give that confidence to traditional investors that, crypto had its bad moments, is having its good moments now. Risk management is important. Diversification is important. So we are seeing more and more that divergence and, crypto, digital assets, and traditional finance coming together. And we're going to see that also at the banking levels. I mean, Bank of America is starting to look now at offering digital assets to their clients. The BlackRocks of this world, eventually Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan, we do believe that we will have to work together, and there's going to be a convergence in the two asset classes.
Interesting. Karl, thank you so much for your partnership and for stopping by the Hub Culture studio here in Davos. I'm Edie Lush.
Thank you very much.